big NFL and 49ers update here from Tampa. Christian McCaffrey has officially been activated from injured reserve to the 53-man roster, so he will play and make his season debut for the 49ers against the Bucs here in Florida tomorrow. That is Nick Bosa's home state, and the NFL has fined Bosa $11,255 for wearing the Make America Great Again hat in his interview photobomb following San Francisco's win over the Dallas Cowboys. Now, that is due to the fact that the NFL has a rule that says that players cannot wear personal messages on hats while they're on the field during or after a game. Nick Bosa already addressed a potential fine this week. He said that he had considered that it was a risk before he put on the hat. This was prior to the election, obviously, that Donald Trump won. He said that, quote, it was well worth it after the election, and Bosa added that, quote, clearly the nation spoke. $11,255 fined against the player who's making $34 million per year is obviously a drop in the bucket. Finally, Tashaun Gipson, the 34-year-old safety whom the 49ers added this week, has been promoted just for the game from the practice squad, probably because Malik Mustafa, the 49ers rookie safety, who's dealing with a calf injury, will not be ready to play in this game, or he'll at least be limited. So the 49ers, who just signed Tashaun Gipson, he'd been with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but he'd been suspended. He'd been on the suspension list for the first part of this year after testing positive for a performance-enhancing substance. His suspension is over. He's now with the 49ers after being released by Jacksonville, and he is temporarily elevated to potentially start at safety. He was the starter for San Francisco over the past 2 seasons, did a good job. 6 interceptions over those 2 years. He's got 33 career interceptions. That puts Tashaun Gipson at number 5 on the active career list, and we may get to see him tomorrow. No John Feliciano in this game tomorrow. The 49ers decided that it just didn't make sense numbers-wise with where the roster was at to take him off injured reserve yet, but he did get his first week of practice in, and Feliciano will be available for the 49ers whenever they do need him moving forward. So McCaffrey is back. Tashaun Gipson is back as well, and Nick Bosa back in his home state. That's the update from Tampa. We'll come back to you with the prediction soon. Greetings from Tampa, where it says hooked on the holidays behind me, with a full sled setup on the other side, all in 83-degree weather, underneath a cruise ship with people drinking frozen, slushy alcoholic drinks. Don't worry, I've got my Florida man sunglasses, so I fit in. You know what else will fit in? A 49ers Bucs prediction. San Francisco's got the advantage in this game, a big one, because Tampa Bay's defense doesn't have much of an edge rush, and they're aging on the back end. Somebody like Levante David's already 34 years old. The Bucs ranked number 27 defensively. That means that the 49ers, with Christian McCaffrey back, with Brock Purdy, who's already lit up Tampa Bay twice in his career, including in his first career start, the 49ers are in good position to put up some points. Now, it is warm here in Tampa Bay. I just mentioned 83 right now. Going to be 87 tomorrow in the afternoon at Raymond James Stadium. That's why the 49ers are going to be wearing their road reds, because Tampa Bay, as the home team, designated this as a white jersey game. So it's going to be really important for San Francisco to eat up clock, stay on the field offensively so their defense doesn't tire out against Tampa Bay. I think that Baker Mayfield would be a whole lot more dangerous with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Doesn't have them. That said, the Bucs do have Bucky Irving. They have Rashad White. They've got a multi-headed monster at that running back position that can give the 49ers some real trouble on the ground. So Khalil Davis played for the Bucs in the past, 49ers defensive tackle pickup. He's going to be part of that DT rotation that's got to play some good football for the 49ers tomorrow. They have to be sound. They have to get help from their offense to stay off the field. You don't want to overexpose the defense on a warm day, but they will be rested. And the 49ers defense needs to flex its muscles in terms of playing coming out of the bye. Last year, this time, they came out of the bye and they dominated Jacksonville. They had the benefit of an overcast day in Jacksonville, though, so it wasn't warm like it is today here, and like it will be tomorrow in Tampa. So I think it's a complimentary game for the 49ers. They've got to play good offensive football. They have to play good defensive football, mix those two together. don't screw it up with special teams. My prediction, San Francisco 31, Tampa Bay 13. I am going for the blowout because I am taking a page out of last year's book. I think the 49ers will play this one in a clean, efficient way with a big spark of energy, the same way that they delivered against Jacksonville coming out of the bye last year. Talk about big spark of energy. This is called Sparkman Wharf. Again, this is where the cruise ship takes off from. I think they're boarding this sucker right now. Got some good fish tacos, including grouper. Grouper's the fish they really love here in Florida. That was lunch, and this is the prediction, 31-13, 49ers. This time we'll do the 49ers prediction from Coyote Point in San Mateo. That's the San Francisco Bay behind me. I just swam in it, and I'm gonna have to catch a flight in a little bit, so this is very convenient with SFO Airport right behind me. But the 49ers are playing Tampa Bay, the bay on the other side of the country, so I thought this might be a fitting location for the prediction. So much of this matchup and the situation in the 49ers season reminds me of last year when they came out of the bye week at the same time. They were 5-3 in 2023. This year they're 4-4, but some similar vibes. Last season they had lost 3 straight going into the bye. They went to Florida to play the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2023. And the 49ers came out of the bye hungry, fresh, rested, and the defense tightened the screws on the Jaguars. The offense played a very efficient game, and San Francisco won 34-3. I think that the 49ers are tasked with delivering a similar performance, at least effort-wise, from the defensive side of the ball in this game. Tampa Bay is down its 2 best receivers, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, and the 49ers are in a position where this is their longest rest of the season. And conversely, Tampa Bay is coming off of a short week. They played into overtime against Kansas City on Monday night. So I think that a similar type of 49ers defensive performance is coming. I don't know if they're going to give up just 3 points in this game, but I do think that they can hold the Tampa Bay Bucks and Baker Mayfield, their quarterback, to under 2 touchdowns. Obviously, on the offensive side of the ball, you've got Christian McCaffrey returning for the 49ers. They are second in the NFL in yardage and second in time of possession, but they are 6th in total points scored. So they've got to close that gap. Better red zone production, better third down production. I think Christian McCaffrey can help them do it. My prediction, the 49ers are going to win this game 31-13. So long from Coyote Point at sunset. It's time to fly from the San Francisco Bay to the other bay, Tampa Bay. We'll see you soon.